So on to my get home bag. I'll move this to the side. Now again, with this whole system, I have an exact duplicate for my wife. So keep that in mind. And I would say 99% of the items are duplicated in the whole system. Stuff like this, you know, we may not both have, but again, 99% of the stuff is a duplicate. Her bag, or, well, it doesn't matter whose it is, but the other one is not a Maxpedition. It's a pretty good, it's almost an exact copy. It's really good quality. I'll probably do like a review or comparison eventually, but for now, just going over this. This is our first aid kit, and I like to do modules. You know, this is the first aid module. This is the, I guess, cooking / water module. I have a little fire kit in here. Everything is kits, so if I have to ditch weight or ditch anything, I can just take individual kits to lessen my load or whatever. So, this, you know, you just unsnap that and you can rip it off and, you know, do your first aid. I mean, a first aid kit's a first aid kit. I'm not going to go too into it, but, you know, it's got a bandage, a cat tourniquet, a compression bandage, alcohol prep wipes, hand sanitizer. You know, in here it's got gloves in a baggie, an assortment of Band-Aids, some triple antibiotic cream. It's nothing major, you know. I mean, other than the cat tourniquet and pressure bandage, it's more of a boo-boo kit than anything. This is not to go into a gunfight. This is to go home and you might get scraped or scratches, and you want to take care of those so they don't become more. Spinning around to the side, this is my, I guess, water kit. This is the lid. This is a great, this is from the Pathfinder School's website. Great bottle. It's got the nesting cup inside, which is a little hard to get out, so I'm not going to take it out. Right now, there's nothing inside of this, but I do think this is where I'm going to put some food and some tablets to purify water, because currently I don't have either one. Main reason is I'm trying to build 2 kits, and unless you have endless money and you can buy everything at once, you build over time, and I'm still building. So the side, it's got a ferro rod, matches, you know, kind of a just in case. I want this to be kind of a self-contained kit, so I can build a fire, boil water, cook food, whatever, all with this kit, not having to get into anywhere else. This front strap, get it out of the way. I have a paracord bracelet, so more paracord. This front lower pouch is, I guess, sources of light. So I have 3 chem lights. I think this is a 12-hour candle, a crank flashlight. I think that's it. Yeah. A pencil, which has nothing to do with light, but it worked there. This small pouch has hand sanitizer, Vaseline. I guess you could also consider these kind of first aid. They help with fire starting. Stuff I just wanted easily accessible and that I thought I'd use more than not. Now the big front pouch is 100 feet of paracord, and I guess you could call this my cutting pouch because it has my Mora, my Baco Laplander saw, and my BK Becker 2. And again, both kits have all the same stuff. And then the big pouch, which this pretty much clamshells, but it's so full. I've got my gloves from when I was in the Army. These leather gloves are awesome. They are really tough and rugged and are really good to do work with, to, you know, tend fires because they're leather, but they also have the wool inserts to keep your hands relatively warm. Duct tape, of course, SOL, emergency, 2-person. Again, both of our kits have that. I've got some Ziploc bags for water or whatever else. I mean, you could even keep tinder in it to keep it dry. I have 3 of these and 3 55-gallon, which you could make shelter. You could, you know, put one over your kit so it stays dry. Great. You can use these for tons of things. Esbit fuel cubes. I mean, that's really the only dedicated fire starting stuff that I have for now. Actually, that might not be true. A huge, really heavy duty, this is Miltech poncho. Really nice. You could make a pretty big shelter, let alone use it as a poncho. This is my little fire kit, which I have yet another fellow rod, another set of waterproof matches, 2 smaller fellow rods. I actually do have quick tinder, a bunch of these in this pouch right here. I actually do have some cotton in here. And I have one of those, I'm not going to take it out, it's one of those plunge fellow rods. I mainly did it for my wife and potentially my son to use, just because those are easier. Not that I don't think my wife can strike a spark with a knife and fellow rod, because she can. But I figure the more ways you can start a fire, and there are a lot of ways just in this kit, the better. What else? And then here I have a dry bag and zip ties. So that is that. Again, don't have a lot of, I guess relatively speaking, I don't have a lot of like tinder type stuff to start fires with if I can't find stuff, say it's raining out. But the main 2 things I feel that are missing that I really want to add are clothing and food. Again, how long is it going to take me to get home? It depends on how far away I am. So to have, I don't know, a day or 2, or maybe even 3 days worth of food, I think would really be important. Clothing, it may be even in a separate bag. I have to kind of dress up for work, so I certainly don't want to do a 30-mile hike in dress shoes. So I may have a separate bag that has, hiking boots and, weather appropriate clothing. That might have to be a separate bag. I'm not sure. But I think this is a really good, I don't want to say start because I've been working on this for a bit. Again, I'm having to buy 2 of everything. And now my son is 6. I'm eventually going to have to start a kit for him. So it's going to get interesting. And we aren't made out of money, so we buy on sales and, build as we can afford it. So I think it's a good start. Definitely leave your comments. Let me know what you think. And I think that's about it. I hope you appreciated it. Please, please, if you could, share this, subscribe, and click the thumbs up. Thanks, and see you next time.